Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today while I try a brand new product. So the product is the Blendiful by Tati Beauty. I think if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you know that I am very much inspired by Tati Westbrook. On Instagram, she is Glam Life Guru, and she just recently came out with her own makeup line. A couple months ago, Tati came out with her first eyeshadow palette, which is the Textured Neutrals palette Volume 1. And I did a video on that a little while ago, and I'll be sure to link that below in the description box if you want to check that one out. But her next thing that she just came out with are these Tati Blendifuls. And these are actually makeup puffs. And so I am going to be trying this out with you the first time because she claims that this is amazing and you could do all kinds of stuff with it, like foundation, bronzer, concealer, all the good stuff. I personally am very excited to give this a try, but I do think that there is going to be quite a learning curve for me because I don't usually use makeup puffs, honestly. I use maybe a beauty blender a lot of the time, like this guy, and I use a lot of brushes, but very rarely do I use makeup puffs like this. And you know, her thing back here, it just is all about no harsh lines. It's just supposed to really blend and apply your makeup really nicely. And it is a puff that you should be able to use over and over again. The cleaning instructions are machine wash and dry in a delicate laundry bag, or you can gently hand wash with soapy warm water, and you rinse thoroughly and then blot dry. So this could work really well for me. I already use reusable cotton rounds when I put on like toner and take off my makeup and stuff like that. So I already have a garment bag that I keep in my bathroom, so I could just throw this along in there. This comes with two, so I'll just open her up. Very exciting. Here is the bigger puff. It has a little nice ribbon here, so maybe if you wanted to puff on some powder or something. But I see that she was talking about it in her introduction video. She kind of likes to wrap it around her fingers to like maybe dab under the concealer and things like that. Or, you know, you could do it on this end, all kinds of stuff. And look at how precious this little guy is. It comes with the regular Blendiful and then a baby blender, and this one is a little bit more firm. Like you can kind of feel more of a like spongy foam in there, and then this one just feels like a thicker pad. And both of them have very soft, lovely fabric, almost like velour, like a velour suit that we used to wear. But these are so cute. And then I saw Manny kind of put them together like this. It's like the mommy Blendiful holding onto the baby Blendiful. So cute. So yeah, so I will try my regular routine by using these and kind of see how it goes. So first I'm going to throw on a little bit of primer. I am loving the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. This is a little sample size that I still have to finish, but I usually just put 2 pumps, and then, oh, well, should we just use this to even put on the primer? I mean, why not, right? Why not? All right, so I'm just going to use this to evenly disperse the primer. Definitely feels so nice on the skin. Very soft. But I do wonder how much of the product it's soaking up in here, but going to let the primer dry for a minute, and then I'll go in with my foundation. All right, the primer is nice and dry now. The Hydro Grip Primer does work best if you let it kind of dry for about a minute, so then it's not just wet when you're putting on the foundation. So next, I am also going to use more Milk Makeup. This is their Flex Foundation Stick, and I am the color light medium right now. This is probably a medium coverage foundation, and I just like that it's kind of stick form because then I just go in, make my markings, and then I blend it out. I usually blend this out with a beauty blender or most often I use a oval brush like this to kind of rub it in, but today I'm using Tati's Blendiful. Alright, so I'm just going to go in with the Blendiful and see how it blends. So I'm not adding very much pressure at all, but it is blending it and dispersing it very nicely. Okay. Be sure to drag some of that foundation down into your chin too to make sure that there's no harsh lines. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. All right, just really blending that foundation over. But honestly, so far so good. It is blending in very easily. I'm barely putting any pressure, but yeah, kind of just stamping, dragging slightly. I feel like it is still very gentle on my skin. Like even if I'm dragging it, it's not really pulling my skin too much. All right, so it is getting a little bit dirty, but I feel like that's obviously to be expected. I am a little bit nervous about, you know, let's just be real. We're all a little bit lazy, right? I definitely don't clean my beauty blenders as often as I should be, but I just feel like I don't really know if this is going to be something that I can draw out the life of it, you know, without having to wash it after every time. I know that that sounds kind of gross, but it is just trying to be honest with y'all. You know, I feel like it would be a lot of work to have to wash this every day. So I don't know, maybe if I do end up really liking it, I will buy a couple of sets. That way that like I could just use it for 1 or 2 days and then plop it in that laundry bag. And then I can, you know, when I do my laundry every week, I'll have like a fresh set, maybe. I feel like $18 for 2 isn't that bad, but it has been really nice so far. I really like it. Blended and distributed my foundation pretty well, and yeah, so far so good. Next, I think I will go in and try to do some cream contour stick. I am enjoying the Clinique Chubby in the Nude, and I have the color 28 Curvious Clove. I also have a video on how to contour that I will link below for you if you wanted to check that out. But I will just do a little bit of contour on my forehead, definitely some on my nose, and then carve out those cheekbones. And then I like to make my face appear a little less round, a little skinnier. So I'm going to do a little bit on here too to bring back this chin part, you know? I'm gonna go in, so I maybe will use this corner here. This, I feel like I was focusing using this corner for the foundation, but then I will kind of put my fingers in there and then try to blend this out and see how this goes. Okay, that's definitely blending. That was pretty fast. Okay, that was really easy. But I don't know how much of the product is actually going into this puff and not staying on my face. But still looks pretty bronzy. Maybe for this part, since I don't want to really muddy this area up too much, I want it to be more concentrated here. I'm going to bend it around my finger here. Blending into the hairline. I like to bring the contour kind of up into my cheek a little bit so it bronzes up the cheek and carves out that cheekbone. This is definitely working and it's blending really nicely, but again, it's just taking a little bit of a learning curve to figure out how to best use it. It's kind of like a buff and a dab and a drag. A buff and a dab and a drag. Not bad, not bad. It is blending really quickly and really nicely. I just don't know if this is the best technique right now. But when I'm just kind of winging it so far, not too shabby. It looks really nice. Nose done. Remember to drag that contour down your chin and kind of into your neck. No harsh lines. Definitely can get on board with that mantra. No harsh lines, girl. You want to blend for your life. Not too shabby. She blended. Next, going in with some concealer to brighten up the under eye. I have been using this one for a while, the SMASHBOX Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer, and I am using the color Light Warm. I definitely love to just brighten up that under eye. I feel like I do have some dark circles there. You know, I swear I'm rested, but you know, girl, I'm turning 33 next month, and you know, those dark circles, they just be hanging out sometimes, and you know, that's okay. We got makeup for that. And then I feel like I definitely want to use this pointed part for this because it's the under eye area, you know, I want it to be very precisely in there. So I feel like this will be a nice little curve to go under the under eye. So I'm just going to dab it in. Dab her in. Okay. Wow. That's looking nice. I feel like this is a good test to see how much of the product is being soaked up into this puff. I actually don't think that it's too much because I feel like more product is staying on my under eye than when I use the Beauty Blender to blend that out. So this can't be soaking up more than what a damp Beauty Blender would be. And honestly, it just feels really nice on your skin. It's very soft and gentle. Girl, I really am liking this. Oh no, I'm gonna have to order like 5 more, Tati. Take my money, girl. My good friend Mashawn and I, we are obsessed with makeup together, and we were just texting each other when Tati announced that she was going to be launching a new product. This was before we knew that it was the Blendiful, and basically her and I was like, let's be real, we're gonna buy anything Tati puts out. So I don't know why we debating on anything, because it's like, we're in, we are sold. Look, I'll be looking airbrushed already, girl. Wow. Okay, that looks really nice. Next, I think I'm going to use it for some dry powder to set everything and see how that works too. I am currently using the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. I found this through Nikki Makeup. She uses this under the eye a lot, and it's just very nice. I actually have very dry skin, but I like to set the under eye with a lot of powder just so it doesn't like crease and get weird. But on the other hand, because I have dry skin, powder can just really like suck that moisture out. So this is actually a moisturizing powder that has a very nice light finish. So I'm going to just dab this right in there and then maybe kind of dab off some of the excess onto the lid, but then just use it to lightly set the under eye. This is really nice too, because sometimes I use a brush for this, and sometimes you do kind of get a little bit of streaking, you know, whenever you use a brush. You're not gonna get any sort of streaking with this puff, just because like the nature of the material. Next, I am going to go in with the Milk Makeup Blur and Set Loose Matte Setting Powder. I am using the shade Medium, and I took off the little mesh thing so I could go directly into the powder. It sets my face really nicely and kind of gives you that blurring look. Maybe I will try out this little guy. I do just want to set the stick foundation and the stick contour with the powder, just because it does have that kind of sticky, dewy finish, and I want to have a more matte finish. So I'm just going to put the whole girl in there. She fits perfectly. How great. Okay, got quite a bit. I'm going to use the lid again to kind of shake off too much of the excess. And then I'm just going to kind of dab her all over. Again, feels very nice on the skin. Again, this one is a little thicker, so it doesn't really bend to the contours of your face as much as the Big Puff does. I definitely recommend kind of using the different parts of the heart to kind of like get into the areas that you need to get into. Just dabbing away. Dab, dab, dab. I am going to go in and use a little bit of the Marc Jacobs bronzer that I have here. This is the 104 Tantastic. So I'm going to go in here and kind of put it in the bronzer as well and see how I like it with the powder products. That's really nice too. It's just makes everything look very natural, and you don't really have to work very hard to blend anything. Then I'm going to bend it up a little bit so I can put a little bit more bronzer on my cheekbone area. That worked really nicely too. It really did. Okay, and then what about a little bit of why not more is more, you know how I roll. Going in with the Ambient Lighting Edit Ghost Unlocked palette. Why not give the blush a try too? Going in with the blush. It's definitely on there. Okay, definitely working for that too. Okay, so I have officially done my full face of face makeup with just using these, and I must say, it is really nice. It is really nice. My skin seriously looks, the makeup just looks really natural. It doesn't look like it's caked on. It looks like it's blended really nicely. Doesn't look like I have too much product on. It kind of left just the right amount of product on my skin. And I really don't feel like, it doesn't feel like the makeup is really heavy or sitting on just on top of my skin, you know? I really just feel like everything is blended in very, very nicely. So final thoughts, great job, Tati girlfriend, you know what you're talking about. These are super nice, and you've definitely converted me into using puffs. I think I am going to continue to use this for sure for my liquid products. I really enjoyed it for blending out my foundation. I felt like it was really quick, left my foundation looking very smooth, blended, and lovely. I especially think I liked it best for kind of stamping out that under eye concealer. It worked really nicely. I do think that, dare I say it, I am a big fan of beauty blenders, but Tati Girl is giving Beauty Blender a run for their money because I really enjoyed using this for the cream products. I feel like maybe I will continue using it to set the powder all over my face. This one just felt like it was a little bit small and didn't kind of bend to the contours quite as well as I wanted to because it is a little bit thicker and firmer than this one. But I just think maybe this one will just be a little bit of a learning curve. I think using kind of this butt end of the heart would be kind of nice to set under the under eye and things like that. So I will for sure be continuing to play with this to figure out how I like to use it best, but for sure I'm going to use this bad boy for a lot of the cream products that I am using. I do think I will probably be ordering a couple more sets. That way I can use this for maybe 1 or 2 more days. And then I think just to make sure that I'm keeping my skin really clean, I will be needing to put this in the wash after using it a few times. But I will just be throwing it in my little garment bag. Tati has converted me. I have never been a makeup puff user kind of person, but here I am. I am definitely going to be using this in place of a beauty blender, dare I say. But so far, I'm very, very impressed. If you're a makeup puff person, highly recommend giving these a try. And also, if you are like me, where you're kind of more of a beauty blender kind of person, you never know, you might find that this works better for you. It is a work of art to, you know, slay your face. So the more tools you can use and try out to make the process work better for you, the better, right? So again, highly recommend giving this a try if you're interested. I will be linking these below. She still has them in stock right now on her website, so please give them a try. Again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell so you know when I post my next video. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!